If you really want a side hustle, why wouldn't you also want some wealth? And wouldn't it be cool if the side hustle that you started wound up paying off really big in the long run? Instead of trading your time for money with all of these quick cash grab opportunities that you see blasted all over YouTube, why not instead, while you're starting a side hustle, start a business? Create a side hustle that's actually a business that can grow over time and pay real dividends. Any serious side hustle will require investing some time in education and expanding your skills. It's only by adding skills to your skill set that you are going to be able to build wealth over time. Imagine in a couple of years you're not hustling for quick cash or stuck at a dead-end job. Instead, your bills take care of themselves, you set your own work hours, you take vacations when you want, and you earn more than you ever have before. That's not just a dream. Every day somebody is making it their reality. And in each of those cases, that somebody started their own business. Working for someone else or trading your time for money may earn you a decent living, but it rarely makes you rich. The path to wealth always involves creating your own assets, accumulating skills, and gaining experience. So in this video, I'm gonna discuss my 2 top picks for businesses or side hustles that you can start this year. These require minimal education compared to the high returns that they can yield. They offer the flexibility of working just a few hours a week while earning a legitimate income. And these 2 skills can be combined into what I call super skills and offer unlimited growth potential. So let's dive into this year's top 2 side hustles. Hey, I'm Steven from Pod Sound School. We help creative professionals in refining their skills and expanding their businesses. And before I reveal my top 2 side hustles, let me just say this. Even if these seem unattainable or too time-consuming for you, consider at least giving them a thought. They are both in very high demand with promising futures and lucrative opportunities. And they take very little investment and require no experience to get started. Don't dismiss them if they appear too daunting or unreachable. For each side hustle, I'm going to discuss how much money you can make, how much weekly time you have to put in, and how to get started, what's involved in the training, and how long the training takes, and the realistic amount of time it takes to start making money. First on my list, and my top recommendation for most people, is podcast editing. With proper training, a podcast editor can charge a starting rate of $125 per episode. This means a single podcast client can generate $500 per month. An efficient podcast editor can edit an episode in just 2 to 3 hours. So you're looking at $500 a month for just 2 hours of work a week. Additionally, podcast editors can offer extra services that can boost these rates, and numerous clients are ready to pay even more per episode. A lot of it comes down to how the service is packaged and marketed. At Pod Sound School, we offer a unique online certification program for podcast editors. This 12-week group coaching program teaches you the ins and outs of professional podcast editing, business operations, and marketing. By the end of the 3 months, you'll have a podcast editing business up and running, and we even guarantee you'll secure your first client within that time. We open this program in cohorts only a couple of times a year, so depending on when you're watching this video, we may be enrolling for our next cohort. To find out all the details, head over to podcastingsmart.com/EditLab. You can also find that link in the description. Now, to get started as a podcast editor, all you need is a laptop and roughly $150 worth of software or plugins. If you dedicate a little time now to learn the craft of podcast editing, within a few months you could be earning over $30 an hour, taking on as many clients as you desire. I wouldn't be surprised if within the first year you'd leave your current job to fully embrace this promising new opportunity. And that's because one client paying you $500 a month requires just 2 hours of work each week. If you have 8 clients, you would earn $4,000 a month working only 16 to 20 hours a week. That's a minimum annual income of $50,000 working about 20 to 25 hours a week, all achievable with just 3 months or less of training. I've never heard of a vocational pursuit or program with such promise. Podcast editing is very high in demand, and there are not enough qualified, talented editors to meet this need. That's exactly why we developed our program, Podcast EditLab at Pod Sound School. So if you're interested, check that out, find the link in the description below. Okay, now let's move on to the second in-demand side hustle, video editing. The demand for skilled video editors is surging dramatically, yet the supply is scarce. Similar to podcast editing, video editing can be learned in a comparable time frame, and these 2 skills can be combined to create a highly sought-after creative professional. But let's talk video editing. A video editor's rates can vary depending on the nature of the videos and the clients. We encourage our students to position themselves as premium service providers, targeting serious clients who provide consistent work and can afford quality services. This approach often leads to engaging and fulfilling projects as well, where you can contribute meaningfully, work on projects and clients that interest you, and have a real audience. Video editors typically charge their clients per hour or per project. We recommend the latter approach as it allows for process streamlining and scalability. For instance, you might have assistants help you make your editing process more efficient, which in turn could double or triple your hourly earnings. To illustrate, you could charge a minimum of $50 to $100 per short video, each taking no more than an hour to edit. For full-length YouTube videos, rates can range from $250 up to $1,000 per video, depending on your client and service packaging. These videos should take no more than 3 hours to edit. So with the right education, training, and marketing, you can easily establish a very profitable video editing business in a relatively short period of time, especially when compared to any other skills-based or creative service. And here's my favorite thing about this. Podcast editing and video editing are stackable skills. If you offer both, you can charge higher prices. Many clients struggle to find video editors who are also proficient in audio editing or audio treatment. By offering both services, you can become a highly desirable professional, potentially earning extremely premium rates. The Louis Vuitton of online editors. With ambition and time, these two skills could lead you to create a business earning millions a year. But even if your goal is just to create a side hustle and generate some extra income each month, or possibly transition into a full-time career earning between $50,000 and a couple of $100,000 a year, both of these options are very realistic. They require minimal education and give you a high return on investment in terms of earning and growth potential. Currently, we're also building Pod Sound School's Video EditLab and a video editing certification program. So depending on when you're watching this video, it might already be available. For more details on this and all of our other coaching programs and online courses, visit podsoundschool.com. We've created these resources specifically for creative professionals, and I really hope that this video inspired you to take a few more steps toward becoming a creative professional. It's fulfilling and meaningful work, and more importantly, it's something that you are building for yourself, contributing to your future and your financial freedom. If you're curious but not quite sure about podcast editing, we also offer a fun free mini course called Free Podcast EditLab. This is a reality check for those who are curious about podcast editing. We provide you with real audio files, and by the end of the mini course, you will have edited your own podcast episode. It's a great way to dip your toes in and gauge if this could be a viable path for you. So take the course for free at podcastingsmart.com/free-edit-lab. And if you're interested in learning more about podcast editing, what really goes into marketing your services, and the process involved in building your own editing business, check out Veronica's video here on how to market your business as a podcast editor. This is a seriously valuable crash course in marketing. The steps she shares in this video are the very steps you need to take in order to charge more money for your services and seek higher paying opportunities. Not watching this could cost you money.